Hey there, and welcome to The Big Show. It's me, Gino V, and the place to be, and that place to be, of course, is safe in my home. I hope you're doing the same in what might be the worst week America has seen since the coronavirus started. And if you're anything like me, you're a nervous wreck every time you sniffle or don't feel that good. You keep reviewing everything you've touched in your head over the past 2 weeks, and you're probably pooping a lot more too with all the food you're consuming. But I gotta say, I just don't understand all the people who aren't enjoying being in quarantine right now. I mean, we're lounging around, we don't have to go to work, the government's gonna send us money soon. All my life I thought I wanted to be rich and famous, but I think I just wanted to be on welfare. You know what I did yesterday? I watched every single Sharknado movie. Well, kind of. I watched like 1.5, but I got the gist. The thing's spinning around with the sharks, and then the sharks fly off and kill everybody. Everybody who's not in their house, that is. So, a lesson to be learned from Sharknado. Probably the best part about this whole quarantine, for me at least, is after 13 years, I finally started keeping up with the Kardashians from episode 1. And I gotta say, I love it. I'm hooked. I don't know how I've kept up without them for this long. It's time now for today's edition of Whoops-a-Daisy, and that honor goes to the CDC. After months of telling us we don't need face masks to go outside, the CDC is now saying we should probably wear face masks to go outside, which is wonderful timing. It's kind of like crashing your car into a tree and then the paramedics get there and say, hey, you should put this seatbelt on. But since I had to go to Walmart today to pick up a few essential things, I wanted to be safe. So luckily, when I pulled in, I saw this bra sitting in the parking lot. So I wrapped this around my face, got what I had to do, and got out of there. Anyway, it's time now for a brand new segment on the show I know you're going to like. It's time for Governor Cuomo's nipple rings. And there you go. That's the segment. I hope you liked it. Hey, speaking of nipple rings, President Trump said he had a 15-minute phone call with Joe Biden the other day, and I'm sure it just sounded like two babbling residents in a nursing home. Just a lot of blibbity, blobbity, blibbity. You know, it just occurred to me, as if this whole virus thing isn't surreal enough, in a few months we're going to have to watch Trump and Biden debate each other on national TV. And no matter what side of the political fence you're on, you have to admit, it's probably going to give us all a brain aneurysm trying to figure out what they're saying, right? Oh boy, that sound can only mean one thing. It is time for Gino's Fart Knocker of the Week, sponsored by Blockbuster Video. And this week's Fart Knocker is none other than Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. Ronnie Boy finally issued a stay-at-home order for Florida for the next month, but only after he let the virus spread all over the Sunshine State first. So thanks, Ronnie. It's like he's the manager of a restaurant where everybody's getting food poisoning, but he just wants to keep taking orders. Yeah, our potato salad is bad, but just eat around it. I think that's how he talks. I've never really heard him talk. Is that how he talks? Under the governor's stay-at-home order, churches are still allowed to meet for Mass, which completely is the opposite of staying at home. But on the bright side, while you're at church next to all your friends, you can pray to God and ask Him to reserve you a nice little spot in heaven, because you might be going there soon. Anywho, congrats to Governor Ron DeSantis, who for a month straight now has been Florida's Fart Knocker of the Week. Hey, before we go, what do you say we open up the old inbox and read some fan mail? No? Well, we're going to do it anyway. Our first piece of mail comes to us from a good friend, a very talented comedian, Carmen Vallone. Carmen says, thanks for continuing to pump out the great content. Thank you, Carmen, for having wonderful taste. He goes on to say, as a fan, I have a question. When you make a sandwich, do you put the condiment on both sides of the sandwich, or do you put it on one side of the sandwich? I put mayo on both slices. Well, interesting question, Carmen. I think the best way to answer this is to go to me live in the kitchen right now where I'm about to make a sandwich. Gino. Hey, Carmen, you're in luck because I'm just about to make a sandwich now. You asked, what side of the bread do I put the condiments on? You say you put it on both sides. Some people put it on one side. I'm a lot like you in that I like to put it on both sides of the bread. But I take it a little step further. See here, I have some vegan mayo, which is, I believe, mayo for vegans. So I like to put it on both sides here. And then I take it a step further and I put it on the back side too, because I find that's where you get the most flavor. And then I don't want to do just mayonnaise, so I'm going to do some mustard too. I don't really have anything to put between the bread because I've eaten a lot of my quarantine snacks. So Carmen, next time you're making a sandwich, try this method, and I think you'll like it 10 times better. Once again, thanks for being a fan. 4 sides. 4 sides is the way to go. Back to you, Gino. Thanks, Gino. Our next piece of viewer mail comes to us from a very talented writer, someone I've known for a couple years now, Randy Layton. Randy says, my fan questions are, A, who is your camera person? Well, let's take a look at my camera person. Ah, very handsome indeed. Randy also asks, why aren't you watching Disney Plus? Well, I actually am watching Disney Plus, Randy. At any given moment of the day, you can find me watching Phineas and Ferb, DuckTales, That's So Raven, The Little Mermaid, The Kardashians. Are they on Disney Plus? They should be. Anyway, that reminds me, I have 16 and a half more seasons of The Kardashians to get watching, so I'm going to get on that right now. As always, you can send me a piece of your fan mail to ginodoesemail@gmail.com, and that's about it. I'm tired of hearing myself talk. I'm sure you are too. Please like this and share this, and stay safe. I'll talk to you very, very soon. Hey, next week, Nickelback's going to be here. We'll see you then.